Welcome back to American Agenda. I'm Bob Sellers with Allison Maloney. Psychiatrist Aruna Kilanani giving a shocking lecture after being invited to speak at Yale's School of Medicine at their Child Study Center. In her lecture, she says the cost of talking to white people is the cost of your own life, and white people make her blood boil. She even mentions fantasizing about killing white people. Listen.
I had fantasies of unloading a revolver into the head of any white person that got in my way, burying their body, and wiping my bloody hands as I walked away relatively guiltless. With a bouncing like that, like I did the world a favor.
Melanie, I don't know what to say to that.
I'll tell you what to say to that. That is outrageous. Doctor, heal thyself. She needs a doctor. She needs a psychiatrist. Something is very wrong with that woman. And I'm amazed that she's still employed wherever it is that she's employed, espousing such hateful speech like that. And she'll be able to keep her job. She won't get canceled.
Why?
Because she's a liberal, and because the white man and white people are the latest devil of the left. So it's going to be okay for her to say that she fantasizes about killing white people that got in her way. That's going to be all right. It's amazing to me that you can get canceled for a tweet from 9 years ago when you were mad, but this woman will not get canceled. She will not get fired. It's absolutely outrageous. It's racist what she said. Just horrible. And she should be out of a job.
Steve?
You know, I can't even say she's a lunatic. She's evil. And you need to get a pastor or a priest to lay hands and deliver the demons right out of her, because that's obviously what's going on here. And I'll just say it. This is an evil woman that needs some significant help. Someone needs to go do her a favor and go put her away and get her medication, or do something, or bring a pastor or a priest. When I hear her say that, it's like, are you auditioning for The Exorcism Part 5? I mean, for God's sakes. We allow this? We allow this in this country? And Melanie's correct. This poor girl out of Vegas makes a mistake 10 years ago, and, you know, she's counseled for the rest of her life. But this woman can come out and say this atrocity, and she's celebrated. Really, she's celebrated, because that's why the left is so silent on this.
Yeah, Allison, it does seem the left is silent. I don't want to say every person on the left, but we have to dig this story up and present it. You're not seeing it on the mainstream liberal stations where they're talking about this. They don't know what to say about this, which, as Melanie's saying, this is outrageous.
It is. It's outrageous. We're not seeing it on the other networks. And look, the reality is that if she was white and said that about black people, said that about Hispanics, said that about any other person, the media would be all over it. And I wonder, though, with Yale, usually when you have speakers, they approve and they know exactly what you're going to be talking about. So where is Yale in this, and why have they not really come out and said anything about this speech?
Yeah. Ford, it's you and me, middle-aged white guys here.
Well, I think that Melanie and Steve are right. This is a psychiatrist desperately in need of a psychiatrist. But you're on to the exact right thing. What she is spouting at its core is critical race theory. It's all about division. There's the oppressors and the oppressed, and they change teams depending on what your agenda is for that day. And the fact that Yale decided to let this go on to its med students, let's be honest here, these were not undergrads, but the fact that one of the nation's top universities allowed this to go on, do you really want this to trickle down to your high school and see what it does to young minds when they can't differentiate two sides of an issue or maybe more? This is more destructive to America right now in the here and present than China.
Ford, why is this okay? You have advanced degrees. I mean, you have a law degree. I don't know what else you have, but you've been in those upper echelons of educational institutions. Why is that kind of conversation okay?
Because it's chic, it's fashionable, it's cutting edge. The faculty thinks it's okay because they are there and they are tenured because of the students and the donors to the university. They allow this to run amok because they want to be able to say that they're open-minded to everything. The problem is a lot of this stuff eventually takes over the administration of these colleges, and instead of becoming a canon or a theory of thinking, it becomes the way. And frankly, right now, in every single university. Whites are the problem. Men are especially the problem and shouldn't be around. And they're trying to rewrite American history to what they believe to be the socialist good, because they honestly believe that the only reason why socialism has failed the last 100 years is because it doesn't have the right amount of American ingenuity.
Melanie, 15 seconds, last word.
I absolutely agree. The white people and white men particularly, the patriarchy are the new devil, and that's why she's able to get away with it. But parents who have children who are in that class, who have kids who are in that class, need to stand up and say no more.
Yeah.
That's absolutely an outrage.
Steve, I owe you one because we didn't give you a second chance there. But Steve Sanchez, thank you. And Melanie Collette and Ford O'Connell, thank you, everybody, for being on the panel. Just a fabulous panel, and we'll be back with more of American Agenda after this.